Now, we want to just go back to the protests that have been going on the eve of the G20 summit, just to show you the pictures of what are going on there. Quite a lot of noise this evening. As we were just saying, there's been thousands of people on the streets earlier in the day. A few violent clashes, Royal Bank of Scotland building attacked, windows broken and so on. Something like 24 arrests. Things have been reasonably peaceful, but as you can see now, they are, you might say, hotting up a bit. There's been a lot of noise of things being chucked around, police starting to move. This is the scene in Bishopsgate, part of the City of London, normally a very busy thoroughfare, traffic moving up and down, people on their way to and from. There you see the missiles coming in on top of those riot police who, not taking too much notice of them. I don't think they take those too seriously, at least not for the moment. But I was saying it's a very busy thoroughfare normally, but of course today it's been a very different story. These protesters have been on the streets since midday, been getting a little bit more raucous in the last few minutes. And indeed, one of our correspondents, my colleague Ben Brown, that was quite a scene outside the Bank of England, which is only a few hundred yards away from the spot you're now looking at. Police pushing forward, demonstrators pushing back, a bit of shouting going on. Our reporter at this scene, Daniel Bircher, he was saying a few moments ago that the police tactics do seem generally to have tried to pen in the crowd so that they can't cause any further trouble, rather than moving in on them. But no one was quite certain what the police tactics were. The worry always has been that people might vanish off down side streets. Daniel Bircher is there for us. Daniel, just explain, as far as you can tell, what is going on.
Well, there appear to be two pictures here. When I spoke to you a short time ago about the climate camp, which is behind me at the moment, things there peaceful, but what you're looking at there is the other side of the police line. And it appears that a new group of people have arrived on that other side, and you're seeing there the police in the riot gear just trying to hold their line. They have the vehicles moved nose to tail so that people can't get through there, but just to make sure they're also putting officers in between those gaps as well, and we're seeing that along that line as they're trying to keep people out from the other side of that police line. And we've seen very similar things earlier in the evening outside the Bank of England, where they had contained the protest inside the cordon, but there were then new groups arriving from outside. To some extent there was provocation, and there was also confrontation there. It is possible that we're seeing similar things here, that those groups from the bank protest have now moved up here, and that is what police believe that they are dealing with at the moment.
And the protesters have said they want to go on right through tomorrow, when, of course, the G20 summiteers do actually have their formal meetings. These people determined to make their voices heard.
This is the protesters in the actual climate change camp itself, which, just to give you a sense of the geography, that is just behind me, so where the camera is pointing now. So a very different picture there. You have several hundred people just in the foreground there. They have their tents, they have all their food and everything that they say they need to stay here for 24 hours. That side of things relatively peaceful. It is the other side of the police line that is giving police here concerns at the moment.
Daniel Bircher, thank you very much indeed.